Hello everybody, long time no see, welcome back to MeHeRe. It has been some time since I've been on here, not gonna lie. Life happened. Cannot even describe it with any other words, but just life happened. And as we all have experienced, our lives got back to normal, if you can call it that way. The virus measures have been a little bit more loosened up recently, and now it's getting back to more serious. And I feel like with even these new rules applying, putting us back into old familiar places, I feel the need to reach out again. And I don't necessarily know why. I have why I've done this pause for a while, but I also wanted to let you know that MeHeRe is not done. It is a project that will be over my lifetime, and I hope that with whatever I create, let's say it's this video, let's say it's a new blog post that I might put up, whatever I bring into life, I hope that there's even one person out there that feels understood, accepted, and also can maybe resonate with what I'm saying. If it's even just one person, it has nothing to do with the quantity. It is more about the way how we can connect as people. And I think it is now, again, more important than ever that we remember connection as something so powerful. And we can create connection through understanding each other, through accepting people for who they are. And we can start from there. Expecting anything will only lead to disappointment, resentment, uncertain behavior. And the more clear you are on what you like to have in your life, what is meaningful to you, what is important to you, you will also attract those things. So the more you investigate within yourself what you're actually interested in, what means a lot to you, the more it will be displayed by your external environment. But as long as you are only living, aligning towards your external environment, which is subconsciously representing your inner world, you will remain within the same state of development. And I think most of us actually are interested in developing ourselves to become a better person. I truly believe in that almost every human being wants to leave this earth better than they have found it. So now we're getting back into a more serious situation where we might experience another lockdown. Who knows? But with whatever you have struggled in the first lockdown, try not to go through that same struggle again. So when it was your struggle of not being able to socially interact with people, try to figure out a plan how you might solve that problem of yours, the desire of yours, how you can actually satisfy that desire. It might mean that you start talking through the phone more to your friends. It might mean to still meet them, but with socially distanced. So applying the new measures and not seeing them as sins, seeing them as an invitation to changing your life. And it will be temporary. I don't think that any of these stages that we are in currently, or we might be in the future, it is never forever. So it will change, and it might change to something else that we cannot forecast now. It might also change to something that we always wish to, but use this time to now figure out what you actually do want in life, and then start by applying what you are looking forward in other people, places, experiences. Start to apply what you want within the small moment now. If you want more space, create yourself more space. If you want more freedom, give yourself more freedom. There are so many things that we are actually desiring and that we are wishing for, but Why do we constantly keep looking and finding those things in the external world? Because what Corona is doing to us now, Corona is taking our external world away from us. And it's perfect. It's brilliant that it does it. Because now people are forced to look within themselves. We are raised in a kind of society way of living that we always look into the outside world what we should do. We ask people, what do you expect from us? What do you want us to do? What are the rules? What do I have to do to get an A? We behave accordingly to the expectations of other people. But what we completely miss out on is living our life for ourselves. By fulfilling expectations of other people, we are living a life of somebody else, which is not us, because we are inspired by something outside of us. The true meaning of life actually comes from inside. There is no thing that you can do in order to please the external expectations. There's no way. And as long as you're putting energy into being the expectation of somebody else, we are trained to be that. Like, we are trained, we are educated by our parents to be a certain way, to behave a certain way, which is fine, and it is for our own security as a child. But from the moment on that you're living on your own, I can just highly recommend you to start first with yourself, to stop putting expectations on other people or things that are going to happen in your life. You live your best life when there are no expectations. And try it out. Try it out. If you are really willing to change something in your life, try to first, you will continue having expectations. And you will recognize them, hopefully, because you set your awareness up to recognizing any expectations that you put onto somebody else. You can start with people, because I think that is the easiest. You expect somebody to be on time. It is an expectation. And it sometimes happens that I'm running late. It is just gaining an awareness in the first place. And then, after that, start living your life without putting expectations on anything. If somebody asks you, what do you expect from me? They instead answer with, I want you to feel secure enough to just be the person who you are. So you, instead of expecting something from somebody else, you're offering something. You don't want something, you give something. And it is a complete different way of living your life. You will see how much your life changes by just lowering your expectations in the first place, and at one point being so aware that whenever you put an expectation on somebody else, maybe to take a step back and maybe even to reduce that expectation. And it is possible. We are just living in such an unconscious way that we are putting expectations upon people, places, opportunities, experiences. Every single time we do that. And what we actually experience, if you experience a lot of disappointment along the day, along your week, along your month, along your life, if there are a lot of disappointments happening, it is because you set up expectations. So by not setting up expectations, the best thing that is happening is actually you're not disappointed anymore. And by not being disappointed, it is something so small to say, but the change which is occurring within your life is amazing. By not having any expectations, it also means that there's no future imaginative end stage that you're putting upon a certain thing. It means that you are actually willing and open to just go with whatever comes. And that is the way that life becomes way more enjoyable, and life is passing and flying by in a completely different way, because you are not living for a certain stage. You are living because you are alive, and because you have the opportunity, you have the energy to do something, and you will do everything within every moment as good as possible. And you can look back on the past experiences and just be like, wow, this all makes so much sense, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful what happened. Like, one thing happened, the next thing happened, and so on and so on and so on. And you're looking back and it's just like, yeah, and this all happened, and I am cool with it. I am cool with what happened. I don't need it to be different. And there are a lot of things that go hand in hand with that. And I think by just changing and lowering your expectation, your life will already take a big twist. Wish that you can just try it out and let me know how things changed for you in your life, because I would be really intrigued to get to know other people's stories, what changed after they lowered their expectations. Because for me, it is definitely a life philosophy that I will imply more into my life, and I will also hopefully be able to share some more experiences with you where I actually noticed that lowering my expectation has been the best decision I have ever made for that experience to be the way how it was, and to fully be there and not comparing the experience to something else or imagining it differently. You are perceiving life as a flow, and it is a very peaceful way, very joyful way, very aware way of living your life. And I just wish that more people could actually live that way. And but without anybody actually talking about this, I don't know if I would ever came to the conclusion that I want to live my life this way. So I just want to give you here a little bit of a shortcut by just telling you that there's a way to change your life with, it does not require any money. And that is also something, this is an advice which is kind of for free, because it does not require any money for you to just lower your expectation. It is something that you can change within the here and now. It does not require any preparation. It just requires you to be present within the moment, to actually detect yourself when you're putting expectations upon something or somebody, or yeah, whatever. So I think this is the lesson that I would love to share with you. Welcome back to MeHeRe. I am just so glad that I actually filmed this video. I hope that I will have enough energy to share with you more of those insights into my life experience. And stay safe with your loved ones, and I will reach out to you hopefully very, very soon. Goodbye.